Hey YouTube, it's December 31st, it's New Year's Eve, and it's time to go over my goals that I had set for this property in 2017 to see how we did, just kind of evaluate the goals that we set earlier at the beginning of the year. And our first goal, our number one goal this year, was to move toward, the direction of building out here and living out here. So it was pretty much anything working toward that goal. So we did end up getting our driveway out here. You can see we got the driveway out here. We got our water, got the water all the way out here toward the build site, and we got our electricity, and we got our septic. So we got all our utilities except for a propane tank. We don't have it set out here, and we did end up building this year. And you can see the cabin here in the background. It is dried in and we are finishing the inside. So let alone did we move in the direction of getting ready to build out here, we actually did build out here. So that is a huge success. Goal number one was a huge success. Goal number two had to do with our orchard. We have an orchard of 18 fruit trees, small orchard for our homestead out here. And we wanted to add berry plants to the orchard this year. So we ended up adding 2 strawberry beds to the orchard. We added blackberries, blueberries, and red raspberries. Now after that was all done and said, I think that it was a success. We got them added. We did lose a couple blueberry plants, but overall it was a success. We added berries to our orchard. So our third goal had to do with gardening. We were living in town at the time, so we wanted to move all of our gardening out here on this property. We wanted to try new methods because it was clay soil out here, try some new methods and try to find out what worked. And so some of our failures were that we did not keep up with it at the beginning. We lost a lot of plants to weeds. Our potatoes didn't grow. We failed at potatoes, and just pumpkins and zucchinis and squash. I mean, all of them things that we normally did well at, we actually did bad at this year for some reason. And but our successes were we did hill some rows. We used later on after the weed. This is after the weeds were under control. We did drip irrigation system. The drip irrigation system worked wonderfully. We did do some mulching on one end of the garden, and that really helped on the weeds. So as far as this goal is concerned, I'm gonna say it was about about half successful. We did move our garden out here. We didn't keep up with it at the beginning. We had some failures, but in the end, what we had left in our garden was pretty successful. So goal number 4 actually had to do with food plots. Previous year, I planted some food plots for the deer. Didn't do real great at it, and I wanted to retry that, and I wanted to try to do some fertilizing and lime and replant some food plot areas for deer. That was a big fail. Never even did it. Didn't do it at all. We actually ended up being so busy working on this house that I did not even deer hunt this year. This is probably the first year that I haven't deer hunted in I don't know how long, maybe 10 years. So it is that was a huge fail on that part. So no food plots, and we didn't even deer hunt this year at all. So number 4 was a fail. Goal number 5. Goal number 5 is that I really wanted to plant more trees on the property. I really want more woods on the property. I want beneficial trees that are beneficial to either us or animals. So we did plant some pine trees. We planted 8 pine trees along the front, and their benefit is more of a privacy screen from the road. And then we planted around 35 to 37, somewhere in there, chestnut trees. Little seedlings that we had grew from seed, and we ended up probably losing about 4 of those, I'm gonna guess. couple to my bush hog by accident. But anyway, so I did plant quite a few trees. That puts us up over 40 trees planted this year. So that was pretty much, I'm going to say, successful. We do plan on planting more trees next year. I've got more seeds for chestnuts. Going to plant a whole different area in the back next year. So number 5, planting trees. That was a success. I did hope to plant maybe some almonds, you know, or English walnuts or some other type of nut trees, and I never could find any of any substantial size. They were always like little 1-foot sticks. So maybe next year I'll be able to expand on the nut trees as well. But I think number 5 was a success. Now number 6, it was kind of more of a bonus goal, just because we didn't know how busy we'd be if we were working on the house, if working toward a house, was we would like to expand on the animals. So right now we have chickens, and we wanted to maybe do something different, you know, expand on that. So one thing that we did do earlier on in the year is we did have a broody hen sit on 9 eggs, and she hatched 6 of them. So we ended up with 6 baby chicks, if I remember that right. And so we basically, you know, had to make a separate coop for that so that she could be separated and let her raise those baby chicks. So we basically hatched chicken eggs out. That was a different thing. And then we ended up buying rabbits. We got 2 rabbits at the beginning, and then we've just got a doe rabbit here recently that's a little younger than the other 2. And she'll be ready to breed. They're meat rabbits, and she'll be ready to breed here in February. So we did do something different with animals. We added rabbits, and we had a broody hen hatch eggs. So I think number 6 ended up being successful. So in closing, I mean, overall, you know, we set our goal list kind of low with just 6 goals because we knew number 1 was huge, you know. So overall, I'm pretty happy at where we were with our goals. If I did do the food plots, number 4 goal, I wouldn't have ended up using them anyway, since I didn't end up hunting. So anyway, I think overall 2017 has just been a great year for us, and hopefully we'll do better and have a great year next year too. And thanks for watching as we you know, develop our property and try to begin homesteading on this property. Thanks for watching.